Let's now bring in political analyst Ntsikilelo Breakfast. Ntsikilelo, thank you as always for taking the time to speak to us and bringing us some analysis of these conferences. We've seen a number of conferences taking place provincially across the country so far, and at each one it seems that there's a playbook. We can expect to see claims of irregular processes followed at branch level, then an interdict follows. There are disruptions or delays at the start of the conference, then the adoption of credentials becomes problematic. Are we expecting to see the same kind of thing in Limpopo?
Yeah, I think either way, regardless who wins at this conference, I don't think that there's any threat that is posing danger to the Ramaphosa faction, because both contenders have declared in public that they are in full support of him. So it doesn't matter who wins, it will bolster his, candidacy and his chance of coming back for a second term. So the outcome will consolidate his base. At the same time, I think the outcome or the political gains of the Ramaphosa faction should not be echoed by triumphalism, because that will make them to lose focus. Though I think as things stand, they stand a better chance of winning the upcoming conference of the ANC in December. At the same time, that is not cut and dried, because the terrain is fluid. So it's very important that they don't lose focus and they keep in touch with their political opponents, because you've seen of late, the forces of RET going on the offensive, unleashing attacks and so on different fronts. So though I think they're going to lose, but they are going to put up a good fight. I don't think that they're going to throw in a towel in advance. They're going to fight until the end.
When we're talking about the two candidates contesting for the position of provincial chairperson, Stan Mathabatha and Dixon Masemola, Dixon Masemola has said that Stan Mathabatha running for a third term, that he's the enemy of progress. And of course we keep hearing at every elective conference of the ANC that organizational renewal is very important. That's the driving message from all of the top leaders who speak and open these conferences. Looking at Stan Mathabatha from Dixon Masemola's perspective as an enemy of progress, what do you make of that?
I don't think that there is a constitutional provision insofar as the constitution of the ANC is concerned that prevents Mathabatha from standing the third time. Though I think that he was, first of all, I think he was strategic in the beginning of the year when the ANC held its, first, rally on a large scale in Limpopo. And he pronounced, though some people say he was speaking on behalf of himself, but he was purporting to be speaking on behalf of the ANC, on behalf of the province, that the province is fully behind Ramaphosa. So even Ramaphosa, I think he would want to prefer a person like him. But at the same time, I'm not sure about issues of development, whether while he has been the premier, he has been able to promote development for the majority. But also, I think in Limpopo, I don't think that the ANC has been dealt with a blow in terms of its electoral performance in comparison to other provinces where the ANC lost too much ground, losing a lot of municipalities on a large scale.
Let's look at a hypothetical situation. If Stan Mathabatha gets a third term, there's a lot of speculation that he would also be up for a national position, that he's likely to get it if he tries. That would mean that the province is left in the hands of VBS-accused Florence Radzilane. Do you think that's going to have an impact on votes?
I think they are going to cross that bridge when they come to it. I think as of now, they want to win the conference. So that win can be a feeder system to the campaign of Ramaphosa. But of course, Ramaphosa, when he ascended to power, he, purported to be someone who's taking a stand against corruption. Of course, that is debatable. So it's going to be interesting how things are going to play themselves out in a public.
What are you going to be looking out for most keenly at this weekend's conference?
Well, is the issue of security that has been under the spotlight of late with regard to ANC conferences. But I don't anticipate any drama, though I think, one has to always anticipate security threats. So I think the organizers, they have to be circumspect and, beef up security. But I don't think that this is going to be a war zone or it's going to be a geopolitical battleground, do or die, and so on. I think the outcomes will be embraced by all and sundry. But it's very important for the ANC, though, to practice politics of accommodation as opposed to a zero-sum game. And move away from this notion that the winner, takes all, and make sure that there is a win-win situation. The faction that has won extends an olive branch to the other faction, so that the ANC can function as a unified force.
Thank you very much for your time and for that analysis. That was political analyst Ntsikilelo Breakfast. And of course, you can expect to get regular live updates on that elective conference throughout the weekend.